I know transitions are daunting. Starting afresh is beautiful, but the transition can also be daunting and can be overwhelming. And these are some of the biggest lessons I learned through that process. It is a beautiful process in the end, but when you're in it, it doesn't feel like so. So these are my biggest lessons to go through it. The first one is you need to accept that you've done a big thing. You've done something brave. Do not underestimate the level of transition you have made in moving abroad. Do not underestimate when you decide to start your life afresh in whichever way it is. And for me, it was moving abroad. It's a big thing, and acknowledge that. It's a hard thing, and you're a brave person. The second one is celebrate the small wins. Every tiny little win, celebrate it. When you go to the supermarket on your own, celebrate that. When you figure out how to use the tube, how you use public transport on your own and you don't get lost and you don't ask a million people, celebrate that. So celebrate the little wins. They're what keeps you going. When you make a new friend, when you have a conversation with someone, celebrate that. It's those things that just make it beautiful and make it nice. One really important one is to find a new routine in the new place you find yourself. So for me, I sold everything, moved to this new land. I have to find a new routine. My husband's job is set. He has a routine already. My daughter is going to school. So what am I doing? What am I doing at home? Yes, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for opportunities. I'm looking for my sense of purpose. What can I do? But in the midst of all that, I had to find a routine. And that helped. What helped in that is first holding on to old habits that helped me, like running, like reading. Those things helped me to be able to set up a new routine. I remember I used to go to the gym at noon, like the rich housewife I had become. I spent time just growing spiritually because I had the time, and that was really important. It's also important. And one of the things that I was really keen on, I wanted to find a community of like-minded people. Like I wanted people who had come here, who had the same state of mind that I had, who were looking for the same kind of opportunities I was looking for, and just be together with those kind of people. Having conversations with women who had moved here, following their partners, and now have built careers for themselves or built businesses for themselves locally helped. I joined a coaching program run by Grace Oguda. You can check her out on the socials. I joined it, and it helped me like really meet other migrants and meet people who are going through the same struggles and see people who were there and had moved forward. So for me, that was very important, finding a community of like-minded people. You will find all sorts of people here, people with different thoughts, people with different way of viewing life. Some people will try to pressure you into a kind of life or doing kind of jobs that are not really what you feel you should do. So I would say be very intentional about the people you put around you and the people you give your listening ear to. The fifth one is try and live a balanced life. One of the things slowing down really taught me, because for me this was a period of slowing down in my life. I don't think I have ever slowed down like I did when I came here. And I think that was one of the purposes I moved. I didn't know it would make me do that, but it forced me to slow down, is to try and live a balanced life. And one of the nuggets I got from the coaching is your life is not just, say, your finances, your career, your family. There's more to life, and there are 8 aspects that we are looking at. So there's family, there's spiritual, there's emotional, there's community. Of course, there's business or career, there's finance, but it's a wholesome life. So look at, are you exploring a wholesome life? How are you giving back to the community? How are you growing spiritually? How are you connecting with friends? How are you connecting emotionally? And you had to set a goal in each of those aspects, in each of those areas. Just a simple goal that you can get to. So it really helps. You can find it's on Google, The Balanced Wheel. But you can also find Grace's book, Balanced Woman. She has not paid me on anything. It is just something that helped helped me during that season to be able to look at my life wholesomely and be able to develop all the areas of my life and not just focus on one area that's not working or one area that I feel is slowing down. Number 6, embrace new skills, embrace new things. Learn. One thing that moving abroad has taught me is you have to have embracing arms and an open heart. 2 people and 2 things around, because so many things are different. So embrace new things, embrace new skills, embrace new sports, embrace it all. Try it out. Because if you have the time, try it out. Don't just be stuck to your old way of doing things, to how your life used to be. It even includes embracing new foods, embracing different people. So have an open mind. Have a very open mind, have an open heart, and embrace all these things. I had to learn new skills. I learned programming skills. Now I sing in a band. I'm embracing water sports. So embrace new things based on your environment and the area that is, and you will find joys that you did not know existed. Hold on to the values that are important to you. As much as I'm saying embrace the new reality, hold on to the values. It comes down to the core. The method could be different, but make sure you keep to your values. For example, for me, this is a very different environment in terms of parenting. So my parenting style will change, but my parenting values do not change. The things I want to instill in my daughter do not change, but my style has to adapt to the new area. Hold on to those, whether it's cultural values, religious values that are dear to you, hold on to them and find a way of expressing them in that cultural context, in your new context. Even simple things like the food we eat. Fine, we agree and we embrace the new types of food that we experience here, but we always have a place in our home for Kenyan food. Tea is very important to us, so the kind of tea we drink has to remind us and feel like home. It's very important for my daughter to still keep speaking Kiswahili, speaking our local language. It is very important for me for her to still have the grounding, the cultural grounding, the values, so that I don't feel like I'm completely uprooted and I'm completely missing it. We still keep in touch with family. We make sure she talks to her grandparents. We make sure she talks to her friends and her aunties back home. So those are the things that keep you going. So hold on to those things that are dear to you. Change the style and method, but hold on to those things. One funny one I said is, you'll notice like some of the dressing around here is very bland, and people, I don't know if it's a trend, but people like neutral colors. But I was like, no, Africans, we're colorful. Like, we love color. If you look at our dressing, you look at our traditional wear, it's full of color. And so for me, I always try to incorporate color, and it always reminds me that yes, I still come from somewhere as much as I'm here. So find those simple things and those values that maintain culture, traditions as a family. Do things that just remind you of home, that just remind you that we are this kind of people. As much as we're in this land, as much as we are going through this transition, all these new things, find things that remind you and keep you grounded. Drop all the timelines you give yourself. Drop all those short-term goals and timelines you give yourself. I'm all for short-term goals, but not really looking at the outcome, looking at input. I want to do this, input or a process, but not being too focused on the outcome, because then if you give it such a short period of time, you get frustrated. So drop those timelines you've given yourself. Give yourself time to adapt. Give even God time to work. Drop them and just live life. Live one day at a time. Enjoy one day at a time. Finally, what I would say is wait on God. Wait on Him. Stand on the promises that He gave you, because your word is true. And that's the one companion who will never leave you or forsake you. A time when I was struggling with this move, and I basically, in my quiet time, I was really just like whinging and complaining and being like, Lord, I'm leaving all these people behind and I don't have this and these people are not there. And in a still small voice, God reminded me, and He told me, Karen, you're talking about all these people who are not going with you, who are not going to be with you, but I have said, I am going with you. And I just shut up, honestly. Like, that was the end. If God is with you, the promise He has is Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So if he orchestrated this move, which for me he did, if he orchestrated the transition, if he orchestrated the move and the fresh start that you're going through, he is your closest companion. I mean, the king of the universe is with you. Why are you worried about who is not with you and what you're missing out on? He is with you. So for me, wait on God. It always ends up being beautiful. Those are my lessons in transitioning and starting afresh in the UK. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comments if this helped you. Let me know in the comments how your transition has been, what you're experiencing, what you'd like me to talk about. I always love hearing from you. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe.